my short-term analysis on natural gas, and we'll see how it plays out. Next up, let's take a look at Volatility. This is one of those stocks that I think that you should just, sit on for several months because it is programmed to always rise, just like UVXY is programmed to always fall. So XIV, I like to do my analysis on. I've been holding about, 40, 50 shares. I just started selling some because we're reaching the previous high, but this is the daily chart. It shows the price action for basically the last year and a half. And like I said, you can see that we are reaching almost a 400% move down here from the low of 20. Right now we're at 80 exact. So let's move into a shorter time frame. We've got this massive dump, which was obviously huge for Volatility. Volatility just fell like a rock. However, it was supported by the lower support line of this channel that I've drawn in here, which has been doing a pretty good job of identifying support and resistance zones. For example, you can see here with these small arrows, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then our most recent one on Wednesday. We did fall from 82 down to 67, and I was scooping up as many shares as possible when it started touching this 50% retracement zone, and as well as when it touched our bottom channel. So let's go into our 30-minute. And still pretty crowded. Let's go into our 15-minute, 5-minute. Here, this is when stuff starts to make sense. So we can see we got our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Got a long period of consolidation that's taking place now, right in between 76 and 80. I think that we're just starting to break out. I saw that we had a B, C, D, E ascending triangle. It broke to the downside, came down and was supported by the 38.2% fib line. I had drawn this from the low here to the high here and dragged it outwards. And the next day it was, pretty supportive. It showed this wick down here marking the low. I think I also have a larger time frame Fibonacci right here. Where is it? Yeah, so a longer time frame Fibonacci. I like to use these to identify, some goals for taking profits. So I drew it from right here up to this swing high right here, and you can see again this is our 78.6. It dropped all the way down to 78.6, but our extension lines are 127, 141, and 168. So for the 141, I drew this black line right here, and for the 161, I drew it right here. So I'm probably going to take half of my profits here at 141 and half here at 161. Anyways, let's get back into the 1-minute chart and let's look at what's going on here. Oh yeah, this ABCDE ascending triangle, I had a feeling that it was going to break down because we had this divergence in RSI starting from right here, and it just continued to fall and fall and fall right there, while price, outlined by this blue line, continued to rise and rise. The RSI divergence was taking place right here. Anyways, we did fall. It wasn't a huge drop at all, and we continued to move upwards after that, and we see that we have this price, this previous resistance line right here, also act as resistance today. We see that price fell, came up, consolidated for a while, bumped up against this resistance zone, actually fell back down, and then it moved up and broke out of that zone. And so my prediction for tomorrow and the coming days is that we are going to see a drop downwards. We're going to drop down and retest this previous resistance. Resistance becomes support, and then we're going to move up, and I'm going to take half my profits here. Then I think that we might come into a larger ascending triangle as we reach this apex, and then I think that we might move up and reach our target of 161.8. So that is our Volatility 3 times ETF. You can see in the last week alone, we've moved from 76 all the way up to 80 now. It's a great stock, constantly maturing in value. All right, let's move on to crude oil.